Yeah, hello, welcome. I got carried away by the music. Welcome to Ready Bet
Too
Action.
funky. It's too
It's
funky.
a Thursday night. Here we go. We're off to a good start. We're already kind of delayed and lagging, but that's all right. No one knows but us. How are you tonight, Eric? Don't say great. Don't say fantastic. Don't talk to me about the lines. I want to know how you're really doing tonight, Eric.
Um, I'm doing personally fantastic.
There we go.
You said I
Fantastic.
can't say that. Personally, I'm doing really great. Life is pretty dang good right now. I just finished a school project with one of the kids. It's always fun. Gonna go watch the Nuggets tonight. They play at 8:00 Mountain, which is right about when we're recording. We'll see how they do on this back-to-back. So yeah, life's pretty good. How about you?
I like it. You know, today was a rough day, but that's all right. We're powering through. Still have a little bit more work to do, and we're done here, but that's all right. But I was doing dishes earlier, and I had this realization of how much I hate Ziploc bags. And let me tell you how those two
Okay.
things relate.
Okay.
Like, so Ziploc bags, plastic, terrible for the environment, but like all the other shit does a terrible job of like putting my bananas in to freeze for my smoothies, right? So I use Ziploc bags. But then because I care about the world, I don't want to fucking just throw the Ziploc bag away. So I have to wash these Ziploc bags, and it's just so annoying and frustrating. So there's my rant. I'm done for now.
You are too much of an environmentalist. I just don't buy them. That's my way of not using Ziploc bags. If I saran wrap
Yeah, that's
everything,
smarter. That's
is
what I
that
should
better
do.
if I saran wrap everything, or is that just the same thing?
No, I mean it's probably less plasticky. It's thinner. I don't know. I'm not a.
Yeah, I don't think I go back to the it's not that I don't think there's some personal responsibility with all of that, but when, an oil company dumps 5 billion gallons of oil into the Gulf Coast, all of a sudden my Ziploc bag seems like pretty much nothing. So
Yeah,
that's my cynical side.
That's fair. That's fair. Porter keeps telling me that all the time. He sends me all these random memes of like all the private jets leaving the Super Bowl, and then this kid being like, "Yeah, man, I did my part today. I used a paper straw." I was like, ridiculous.
I'm glad I got to sip out of a mushy straw, but I definitely did something compared to those billionaires flying around the world.
Yeah,
yep, absolutely.
Anyway, enough Taylor Swift hate. I mean, enough talk about private jets leaving the Super Bowl. Let's get into some plays. For March 1st, you got some basketball to get into, and you're doing quite well with your transition over to college basketball. You are definitely making us some money, kind of carrying us right now. I had a really bad weekend in soccer, so I'm excited to jump on board and play these with you and get back on track here.
Yeah, absolutely. So I have 2 picks for tomorrow. Kind of an off college night for basketball. It's not bad. There'll be a lot more fun stuff. I'll come up with some picks on Saturday for sure. First off, we're gonna take Quinnipiac, who you have seen in the tournament before. All of us trying to pronounce their names versus Iona. Quinnipiac is at the top of their table, playing against Iona in the MAC. They're playing on the road here. However, Iona's a pretty mediocre to bad team, and Quinnipiac's playing some really good basketball, and they are the underdog here. So give me the road dog with Quinnipiac at +2.5. I kind of like them just on the money line tomorrow as well. I might just bet that, to be honest. But for the purposes of the show, we're going to go ahead with the +2.5. My second college basketball pick, Appalachian State is hosting Arkansas State. Again, I've really been going with these trends of like a really good team at the top of the table playing a really bad team, and if the spread seems right, then let's go for it. App State's 15-0 at home. Arkansas State is 3-7 on the road, I believe, and a -6.5 spread should not be hard for App State as they're trying to close out their own conference here as we get to the end of the road. Not only are they trying to close out conferences, but their conference, but teams like App State are like, trying to improve their seeding and their placement in the tournament, kind of regardless of conference championships. So they want impressive wins. They want big wins over teams that they should be beating big, and that should be happening here. All right, let's move over to the NBA. I haven't loved my NBA picks when we're talking against the spread and those things lately, so I'm going to pivot a little bit to something I've had a little more success with, which is going with consistency, ratings, and player props. So tomorrow night on Friday, give me Jalen Durin, almost Durin, almost have the same last name, not quite though. Jalen Durin for the Pistons. Over 12.5 rebounds and assists. He's been averaging 15.6 rebounds and assists his last 10 games. Since the trade deadline, Durin has had to step into more of a role. Pistons trading away the likes of, I just dropped his name, Bogdanovich, and they are dropping. Some of these younger guys are having to step up and actually play, and I think Durin's numbers are only going to keep going up this year. So give me Jalen Durin over 12.5 rebounds and assists. And then Kristaps Porzingis. I usually try not to pick stars because I feel like they tend to screw you over and they're inconsistent, but he's consistently hitting threes for the Celtics, and the Celtics are playing the Dallas Mavericks tomorrow night. So give me Kristaps Porzingis over 1.5 threes. He's been averaging 2 over the last 10 games. And if the line at minus 160 doesn't think what everyone else's confidence is in this, it will probably move maybe by the time you hear this, but hopefully not, and you can still get this. It seems like something a lot of bettors are locking in. If you go look at the lines right now, this just continues to move up. And I think this line was released like 2 hours ago, and it's already up to minus 160. So those are my basketball picks for Friday, March 1st. Dude, we have a free day today. This is like overtime. It's like February overtime today.
Yeah, it's great. Overtime's been treating us real well, too. You got burned twice yesterday because of overtime.
Dude,
so
brutal.
The underkiller is what we call overtime. All right, I have one soccer play for the March 1st, Friday. Yes, we're going to the Bundesliga, where first place Bayern Munich. Oh, wait, no, they're not. They're way out from first place. Leverkusen is comfortably in first place, and Harry Kane, yet again, will not win the land title. He couldn't do it with Tottenham. He moves to Bayern Munich, where Bayern Munich has won it like 8 years in a row, and they are currently 8 points behind Leverkusen. All that to say, they need to start winning games now if they want to make a run, and I promise you they do. They play Freiburg tomorrow night. Friday night games, it's like the Pac-12 after dark. It can get a little bit crazy, but Bayern really needs to get on. They've been struggling as of late. They lost in the Champions League to Lazio in the first leg. They need to get back in form. I think Freiburg is one of these teams. They're a mid-table team. They're going to feel the wrath of Bayern Munich. We're going to take Bayern Munich on the money line and to score over 1.5 goals. That's not crazy. They can win this 2-1. They can win this 2-0, whatever. It doesn't have to be nuts. We get this at minus 160, so it's not great value, but it's good value because you're going to win the bet. So I like this one a lot. Minus 160s, you place a $10 bet, you're going to still make like $6. So you're not, it's actually $4, but whatever. Put more money on it so you can win more. That's what I'm going to do. Yahoo!
Perfect. Same. I'm going to, I think instead of increasing units across the board tomorrow, I think I'm just going to put a little extra on that. And I think I'm going to put a little extra on Quinnipiac.
Yeah.
And,
the only reason,
because we keep having these moments, like, and we mentioned this on the last show, I think, which is like as soon as one of us ups our unit size, automatic losses.
It gets
automatic
rough.
losses. And so it's like, what if you started to sprinkle it in and just kind of work your unit size up a little bit, on things you're more confident in, and then you kind of gradually increase it instead. I think it could be a possibility.
Yeah, sounds good.
Cool.
Yeah.
I think that's it.
Why don't you go ahead and pull up the sheet with all of our plays for March 1st, a Friday. Get these in early because, the Bayern Munich game's at like noon. It's not that early, so you should be fine. But I'll give you my soccer play first. We're going to start with Bayern Munich on the money line and to score over 1.5 goals. Get that at minus 160. All right, hit us with your basketball plays.
Yeah, we'll start with college basketball. Give me Quinnipiac plus 2.5 versus Iona. Give me App State minus 6.5 at home versus Arkansas State. And then let's move to the NBA. Give me Jalen Durin from the Pistons over 12.5 rebounds and assists at minus 125. Last but not least, Kristaps Porzingis for the Celtics over 1.5 3-pointers made against the Dallas Mavericks.
I love it. Those all sound like winners to me. Hey, tomorrow night, Friday night, we will be back with you with a little bit longer of a show as we break down all of our plays for the weekend. Don't forget to follow us on TikTok, Instagram, X, and of course on YouTube. You can follow the podcast wherever you download and listen. But we come to you live Tuesday, Thursdays at 7 o'clock-ish. And we try to hit you about 4 o'clock on Fridays. This is all Mountain Time. Of course, the only and best time zone. Thank you guys so much. Eric, any final parting words?
No, that's it for me. I'm excited to get back on track, especially with soccer this weekend.
Let's go, baby. We'll talk to y'all soon.